This is Jesse Villarreal, and you're in the mix with DJ JR.
Right. Well, all right. All right. Thank you for checking in with your boy DJ JR. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mr. Jesse Villarreal to my Tejano show. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing very good, man. Un saludo a toda la raza, bro. Thank you
All
so much for having me on the show.
awesome, awesome. So how's it going out there con este COVID? How's it going on out there?
Oh, man, it's rough. I'm just praying for everybody to keep safe, and it's all we can do.
Exactly, carnal. So I want to tell the raza, it's good that I got in touch with you y todo eso, cause man, I heard your music, a few years back, and I didn't know that that's how I came across you because you had that song se llama Una noche de una noche
¿De
de
quererte?
quererte. There you go. And I've seen it
Yeah.
from and you wrote that song, right?
Yes, I write all my material.
And I remember I heard that song. I said, man, and then when you put it on that new album, I was like, oh damn, I said, man, he wrote that song. I said, that's cool, and that's a jam right there.
Thank you.
También and how long you been writing music? Carnal? Like since way back, okay.
Man, I've been writing music since I was 11 years old. I wrote my first song. I write for different artists too. Like Palominos, I recorded the music. Grupo Más, Los Palominos, Más, Monica Sandoval, Stevie D.
Wow,
The list goes on. Yeah.
man, that's awesome, bro. Yes, and what is your you play the teclados, right? Because I always see you posting stuff, and you get down on it, brother.
Thank you so much. In fact, I'm right in front of my keyboard right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, you get down on those the rhythm and blues también. I said, damn. I said, man, this guy plays everything.
And a little bit of everything, a little bit of everything, a little bit of guitar, a little bit of piano, a little bit of bass, engineering, a
Muy,
little bit of everything.
muy bien. And I know sometimes I always send you messages like when you post some stuff like, man, your your old school music, and I said, man, I go, why don't you post it, man, to YouTube? And like, nah, I can't, brother, I can't. I was like, man.
Well, actually, I just get the music in and I got the hardcover and everything. What I'm trying to do is like my first album was recorded through Ricky Smith and La Movida back in the day, 1991,
Uh huh.
and I can put it on the internet, but I want to respect him and try to get his permission first and make sure we both on the same page. And at this time we're working on it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it'd be nice. I really would like to hear that album. I mean, what's the name? Talk so much about it también, Este, what's his name? Ese otro DJ, ¿cómo se llama, hombre? Se me fue la onda allá in California. He posted. I said, oh, man, stop teasing people, man. Come on, man.
Eddie Olivo.
Ándale. He always gives you a little taste of something, man.
I have the whole CD right here in my email.
Oh,
I'll send
really?
it to you.
Oh,
I'll send it to you.
that'd be awesome, bro, man. I appreciate it, man. Yes, and how long has it been, carnal? Have you been over here to San Antonio o acá pa este lado o no? You haven't been here in a while. Because I know you performed
We
una vez, verdad? But you haven't been here in a while, verdad? Like más o menos.
Yeah, we've gone to San Antonio 4 times, like to the fan fair, and then 2018 I was nominated for my vocalist of the year, song of the year,
Wow.
and made top five. So con perdona mi mujer, and it's great. It's beautiful out there, and we recently went out there in November to shoot a video with Sherry Lales. So fue mi error.
Really? I've seen that, but I didn't know that it was allá in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was in San Antonio. It was beautiful, but it was super cold.
Oh, really?
Estaba frío. Estaba
Yeah.
frío, man.
Yeah, I remember it was like a little bit of a gloomy day, no? Más o menos.
Yeah, it was like in November or something, and we almost didn't shoot the video because it was raining that morning, and I called Shelly and I said, "You sure you want to do it?" She's like, "No, let's do it. Let's just do it." And, I think between 1 and 3 it's gonna be fine, and we fuimos and she was very game. She's super, man. She's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Okay, bueno. And as a matter of fact, I got that track right here. So, en un ratito, I'm gonna go ahead and spin it for the raza. You know what I mean? And that's all. That's off your new album, right?
Yes. That's my
Tejano World.
Tejano World. Yes, it is Tejano World.
Oh, we're gonna go ahead and spin that. Is there anybody else that you did any tracks with, or is that the first one you did like with a Tejano artist, like like Shelly?
The first one, the first duet that I did was with Shay Reyna. She was from Florida,
Okay.
and then I did one with Yvonne Ramos from Ohio. Perdóname, 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 perdóname. Digo, ¿por qué, por qué? ¿Por qué, por qué, por qué?
Hmm.
And then I did one I called Eddie Perez, my producer.
Hmm.
I introduced the song and he said, you know what, Shelly would be awesome for the song, and she was game. She heard the lyrics and heard the music, and let's do it.
Oh, that's awesome, carnal. That's really good. Y ¿cómo se llama? And other instruments that you play, carnal, like other than the teclado, or is there something else you get down on?
I play the piano, I play the guitar, I play a little bass, little engineering, and I write songs and stuff like that. So try to learn a little bit of the todo.
And that's cool. I always see que no, I seen the album, when you put out that first album. Well, I know it ain't your first album, but I mean cuando yo lo vi, that Loco por ti, man, I was like, man, that as soon as I heard that album, I said, man, I gotta check all the music from this vato, and it's really good, you know what I mean? Like every single song on there jams,
Thank you.
And I was
And
gonna,
local,
yeah, and I was gonna ask you también, your music, you have it on, do you only make a certain amount of CDs, or just a couple, y luego, the rest goes to afterwards you go to upload?
El Loco por Ti album is my fourth album.
Oh, really? Is your
I
full?
have, yeah, that's my fourth album. The primero es Tu Culpa. Es Tu Culpa, which was recorded in Detroit, Michigan, with Ricky Smith, and then we have Lo Mejor de Florida.
Uh-huh.
Lo Mejor de Florida was also recorded with Ricky Smith, and then we have Lo Sé Todo. We recorded that in Florida, and then the Loco por Ti was the first one that really got the attention. And then we got Tejano World, which Perdóname Mujer was nominated for Song of the Year, and now I thought, you know what, let me do Tejano World. I wanted to bring all kind of musicians, in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and put them all together.
Órale, man, that's cool. That's cool. So that's the reason why I was asking, so like that the raza can know, because like I said, I came across your music. I purchased all my music through Amazon. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's the reason why when I saw that album, when you came out with that album, that's where I seen it at. You know what I mean? And that's where I got it from. You know, so that's why I didn't know, because so the other albums, they're not on there right now, right? They're not on Amazon, right?
No, Es Tu Culpa came out in the CD, but it was through Ricky. It was before iTunes and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get a hold of Ricky Smith so we can do this properly and do the right paperwork and everything. Most of Ricky had a stroke in 2007,
Oh man,
and
sorry
it's
to hear
hard to
that.
communicate. And it's hard to communicate with him, but we're trying to go, with maybe a legal guardian or something like that, where we can put the music up there. The other option would be to re-record it again, but I just didn't want to use that. I didn't want to lose that flavor that's already in there that originally.
Oh, okay, órale. And let me ask you something. Out there on the Vives, is there a lot of Tejanos is it in that town or something like that, or or this?
Immokalee, Florida is known for a lot of Tejano back in the day.
Okay.
Like everything else is changed. Even the radio station has changed to more banda or things and stuff like that. But we have our diehards. We have our diehards, and I mean, I gig a lot. All the bands, La Grupo Completo, Grupo Bajo Cero, they all do well. So, yes, como te digo, we just es así se junta gente, but it's like everything else. It's going down a little bit everywhere.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then do you ahorita, did you have any plans like this year before the COVID, like to do any performances anywhere, like este año?
I've canceled a quinceañera. We've canceled, a quinceañera twice to St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
It was supposed to be had been in April 18th. Then they changed it. They changed it to July the 17th, and it got canceled. We would have to go. We would have to quarantine if we went over there.
Uh-huh.
But I wasn't gonna put my band in jeopardy anyways. It's rough everywhere, and especially Florida right now where we live it's spiking really bad. So I think right now there's bigger things, ahorita más greater than music and greater than everything else, which is our health. If you have your health, you're rich right now. So it's worth more than money, and
Yeah, exactly. Muy bien, muy bien. Well, all right. What do you think? We play a little jam off your new album, off Tejano World, the
Sure.
one with Chelly Lares.
Fue mi error.
Fue mi error. Let's check it out.
Thank you.
Check it out, Raza. Fue mi error by Jesse Villarreal.
Fue mi error no hablar contigo, no haberte dado mi cariño, no haberte dado mi corazón.
Fue mi error dejar que el viento te llevara a ti muy lejos, que ahora no te puedo alcanzar.
El culpable he sido yo, quien lastimó tu pobre corazón. Perdóname, perdóname, perdóname. Fue mi error no haberte dado lo que merecías, llenar tu mundo con amor y realizar tus fantasías. Perdóname, perdóname, perdóname. Fue mi error, fue mi error.
Fue mi error darte la espalda cada noche en la cama, sola interesada en mi celular.
Fue mi error no enviarte un texto diciendo que te quiero y que tú eres mi vida.
La culpable he sido yo, quien lastimó tu pobre corazón.
Perdóname, 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 perdóname. Fue mi error no haberte dado lo que merecías, llenar tu mundo con amor y realizar tus fantasías. Perdóname, 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 perdóname. Fue mi error, fue mi error. Perdóname, 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 perdóname. Fue mi error, fue mi error.
Fue mi error.
All right, Raza. That was Fue mi error by Jesse Villarreal. Damn, bro, that's a good song right there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Está bien. I was gonna ask you, carnal. So, so since you go way back, so let's say who was the one that you heard in ese tiempo, like Tejano music? Who you would say like that person inspired me? You know what I mean? In ese tiempo, like that you were jamming to.
My inspirations really was Grupo Más en La Mafia and Romance, Mayo, and that's where I started picking it up. And a lot of people, como yo estoy in Florida, they say, well, man, how did he get a Tejano in Florida? Well, I'm actually from San Juan, Texas.
Oh, really?
I'm from the Valley.
Oh, I'm from the Valley también. I'm from Donda, Texas.
Okay, well, I'm from San Juan, but we left at my parents brought me to Florida when I was 3 years old. But I was born in San Juan, and I go back now and then just to visit. And my wife's from Harlingen, so we go visit her family back and forth sometimes.
Oh, really? That's awesome. I like the Valley. I love it out there.
I've been there a few times.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Muy bien, muy bien. And besides singing, carnal, like what do you like to do like on your own time? Like
Because I'm a migrant worker.
I see that.
Fields. I work in the fields. I drive a labor bus with HOA workers, and trabajamos en la sandía, trabajamos en el tomate. We work, and a lot of my songs are written in the fields. So a lot of songs, little hooks, little lyrics. And then when I go home, I lost travel. We finished there, and just laying down. But many of my songs just come up like while I'm driving. Driving a little. Oh man, look, I like this, and I'll record it, and then
Oh, that's cool.
I'm working the fields.
Yeah, and you have a lot of time that you're thinking, ¿verdad? And I see you got all your workers ahí también, ¿verdad? Siempre sales ahí con las sandías right there all the time posting.
It is super hot right now. Super hot.
Oh, también it's hot up there. I've never been out there, so I don't know how, how's the heat out there. In Houston, I'm going to tell you one thing. Here in Houston, I don't know if it's hot as Houston, but it's super humid here, and it's hot as hell.
But just imagine a watermelon field surrounded by trees with no air coming in.
Is it humid over there también?
Yeah, it's really hot. And when it rains and it stops, and you got to go back in the field, oh my God,
I believe it, brother. ¿Qué te preguntar también? Besides Tejano, what other music that you listen to, like that you like? Que dices, you're on my own, let me jam this, and you put it on or something, other than Tejano music.
Well, cuando estoy tocando, we play Tejano instead of that. But when I'm driving, oigo como like Mark Anthony, salsa.
Oh, really?
Salsa, yeah. And there's a lot of things. R&B. I like anything. I like everything. I mean, I run I'm an engineer too, so I run sound for Duranguense bands, Norteño bands, Tejano bands. I run sound.
Do it all.
I run sound. Yeah, I run sound. I like it because you learn everything. You learn all the trades. Es como todo.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. También, está bien, carnal. Y también te va a preguntar también, what do you like performing? Do you like the cumbias or like tejanas? Like, what do you like enjoy? Like, you jam it all, pero what do you like performing more? The rancheras or the cumbias?
If you listen to my album, my Tejano World album, you'll hear maybe 2 ballads, like 6, 7, 8 rancheras, and 2 cumbias. Loco por ti también. I like that rancheras. I like that brassy, that las rancheras. It just me llama la atención. I like cumbias too, but I don't know what it is about the rancheras. I just like them more than the cumbias.
Exactly, and that's like that la raza can know, porque I always notice that your albums, I said, no, this is real true Tejano. He keeps it rancheras, like I want to say like about 95% on every album.
Well, when I write my songs y dando la música, I imagine like I'm hearing somebody else play, and I want the music to move me.
Exactly.
I see the couples dancing and dando vueltas and stuff like that, and that's what I want to make music to.
Exactly.
Smooth and fresh.
Cool. Está bien. Well, with that, let me go ahead and play another jam from your latest album, Mejor Me Voy.
Mejor Me Voy.
I like that song. As soon as I heard that song, I said, "Oh man, this sucker jams." I play it all the time.
I love that song. That one is a beautiful song. Mejor Me Voy, cacha.
But let me go ahead and jam it so the raza can hear this.
Thank you. Mejor Me Voy.
Mejor Me Voy by Jesse Villarreal.
Explícame desde cuándo me perdiste el cariño. Explícame motivo. Te he dado mi amor y todo por hacerte feliz. No puede ser que vivir sin ti ahora es mi destino. Dime que es una broma, que es un juego, es un sueño. Aquí estoy suplicando que te quedes, pero tus ojos me lo dicen y ya no hay amor. Mejor me voy, mi amor, no quiero ver que sufras más. Mire muy lejos, así no me ves llorar. Mejor me voy, mi amor, que me lleven las olas del mar. Allí yo moriré de soledad. No puede ser que vivir sin ti ahora es mi destino. Dime que es una broma, que es un juego, es un sueño. Aquí estoy suplicando que te quedes, pero tus ojos me lo dicen y ya no hay amor. Mejor me voy, mi amor, no quiero ver que sufras más. Mire muy lejos, así no me ves llorar. Mejor me voy, mi amor, que me lleven las olas del mar. Allí yo moriré de soledad. Allí yo moriré de soledad.
Well, all right, Raza, that was Mejor Me Voy by Jesse Villarreal from the Tejano World album. Ain't that right, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can find it on iTunes and Amazon and Spotify.
All right. Hombre, man, so when I heard that jam, I said, man, that album, that whole album jams, man, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man. A lot of hard work in there.
Have you ever performed out there in the Vayuco?
We've played a few years back in the 77 Club by Nico Tio, my wife. He was running the place there.
Uh-huh.
But casi vamos a fanfare, more like Alabama, Virginia, Delaware, stuff like that.
Oh,
Quinceañeras.
qué bueno, qué bueno. Have you ever came out down here to Houston, Texas, or no?
For Houston, no. No, I mean, I've stopped there and ate menudo one time.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, I got a sister-in-law that lives there.
Oh, really, really. Hey, what restaurant
Yeah, she
was
lives
it?
there. I can't remember. It was good though. It was delicious. It was very good.
Qué bueno.
Okay.
Is there a lot of right there on the views? There's a lot of like a lot of raza right there where you stay at.
Oh man, and in the season it's and just the company that I work for
Mm-hmm.
has over 400 people in
Really?
the campos and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of de todo de todo. It's just like all kind of like a little bit of everybody there. El Salvador, Haitianos, Mexicanos, Bolivianos, Cubanos, I mean,
Everything.
everything. A
Hey,
little bit of everything.
órale, and let me ask you something. And all your workers, do they honestly do some of them, like, I don't know cómo se juntan, or they're working with you? Do they ask you, hey, cántate una canción? Do they ever say that? Tell you that?
Well, I drive the labor bus for them. I work for the company, so cuando they come to the company,
Uh-huh.
so a lot of them at first don't know. Yeah, ¿me entiendes? And then as they go on, when les hago favores, like, me dicen, oye, jefe, queremos pagar el cricket. We want to pay the bills. We want to pay, but they live in the camp, so I do them the favor, and then gradually they find out, y pues they request me on Facebook, and they're like, whoa, not the same guy that was driving the bus and playing the guitar or the piano on Facebook. But they quedan quiet though. They don't like bring it up. They are like, you can hear them like, and like talking in the background. Uh-huh.
Hey, nomás que no haya haters nomás.
No, but no haters. There's no haters.
Ya sabes que there's always one in the bunch. Ya sabes.
Oh yeah, no, everywhere, everywhere there's one. But you know what? The music supersedes everything.
Because you know how it is cuando alguien conoce un músico or something. Hey, saca, a ver, toca algo. They always do. Because I have a buddy, and he plays the bajo sexto. You know what I mean? So like and I always tell him, hey man, he goes, oh, come on, man, again, man. He'll pull out the guitar or something like that, and stuff like that. Do gente ever tell you that? Like maybe your familia, I'm sure, but when they go over there, like to your house or something, hey, aviéntate una canción or something, like constantly.
Oh yeah. It's like every time. Well, that's why for a while I didn't go. Like cuando I didn't play, I wouldn't go to quinceañeras, because when I go to quinceañeras, they either want me to go up there and sing a few songs or run the sound for them, because I couldn't enjoy it with my wife.
Uh-huh.
So I really just take her to Fort Myers, ir a comer or I don't know, because every time I go to an event, they're like, oh, hey, you know what? And then, you know what? It's not one or two songs. It's like a half a set or a whole set.
I know, ya estás trabajando and stuff like that. Man, come on, I can't relax.
Hey, fix the sound. Can you fix the sound for us? Can you fix the sound? But no, they do, like, sometimes I'll take the guitar on the bus.
Uh-huh.
And, I'll play them a song. It's like, I'm like, whoa, you're tejano, and then I'll play like, quisiera morirme de una buena perra.
Oh.
Porque estoy amando, and they're like, dime cantinero, tú sabes de pena. And then I check out, like, whoa, you know them songs too? They get,
Hey,
them songs too.
hey, that's crazy. Hey, every time I hear that song, and you know well, if you've seen that video, ¿verdad? Del chavo que está llorando, right?
Oh yeah, chavo.
Every time I hear that song, I go to Mexico and they play that song, and every time they play a song, that's the only thing I picture in my head is that dude crying.
Yeah. I enjoy the guys. They're very. He said, "Mira, they're just like be talking like, hey, you take the guitar and you take the piano and just but they don't like constantly bring it up and you
Yeah.
know you know
Y en la familia, and when you're at home, right? I'm sure, like, cuando y'all got get-togethers, right? You throw your little jams on there, because I haven't seen you post too many yet lately, but I've seen you, like, do some English songs, you know what I mean? Pero I haven't seen you lately do that.
yeah, well, lo que pasa es que like sometimes like I'm traveling like from state to state or whatever, and
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
we don't have room like to take the piano or the guitar or stuff like that. If uno sale bien tarde, sometimes when it's season, sometimes we have to leave at 5, 6 in the morning to go get the bus and pick up the labor, and then you have to 7, 8 o'clock. Man, you're like, oh man, I don't even want to grab the piano today. The guitar. You just want to grab the bed and then. But no,
Exactly.
lo que pasa es que during the day, I'm just constantly concentrating on music. You salen little things and like, como cuando puedes volver con él. It's just that little hook. Te sentido distante de mí,
Oh,
pensativa y destruida. It just comes, and I just kept that little hook the whole day. I didn't want to forget it.
uh-huh. Hey, that's why you got to carry the
Yeah.
little recorders, man. That, a veces, that's the only. Have you ever done that? And then you're like, you got it, even the rhythm, and then you go back home or whatever, and you lost that rhythm. Like you forgot how el tono, you know what I mean? How it's gonna go. Has that ever happened, or you're pretty good about like you
No,
save
no.
it?
Sometimes I'm like in the bus
Uh-huh.
or in the troque or el otro, and it'll just be like, de repente me sale un rhythm like, and then I'll record it, and then ya como like maybe like a month later or el otro, dice mi phone que está lleno de like it's full, like it's on the. I don't have that much space.
Oh,
I'll
the
go in
memory's already full.
right, and delete everything. And oh my God, I deleted that little rhythm. Oh my, so there it goes. Ya se te olvidó todo.
Yeah, I bet, brother. No, pues está bien. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and throw another little track. Aquí is one of my favorites. From Loco por Ti. It says Ya Te Perdí, and I remember,
Oh, ya te perdí.
man, I love that song. That sucker is bad. I'm gonna go ahead and jam it for the raza.
Thank you. Ya te perdí. Enjoy, guys.
veces que me encuentro solo y triste, porque ya no estás, ya no estás. Uno por uno he quemado tus fotos para no tener que verlos más. Voy a disfrutar de mi libertad. No te voy a llorar, no te voy a rogar. Al cabo sé que te perdí. Ya te perdí. Estoy convencido que tu cariño lo perdí. Ya te perdí. Ya te perdí. Estoy decidido que tu cariño lo perdí.
All right, Raza, that was Ya Te Perdí by Jesse Villarreal on the album titled Loco Por Ti. Is that right, brother?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for playing that.
Man, that's a jam. You got the skill, man. You got the skill.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I love the hammer. I enjoy it. I enjoy writing these songs.
It'd be nice one of these days if you could come down when all this COVID stuff goes away. You know, I know it's a long way. I know you're busy, pero come out here and play in Houston, acá.
Sure, sure. I know. I have a lot of friends out there que tocan, como like Carlos from Negami, and all those guys. I know them guys who for years. So,
And
That's,
that's the reason why, like I said, I do this, and I'm gonna touch this subject again. And like I said, I've done these other interviews, and we go to the same thing, and I really hate when people say that, some people be like, oh man, Tejano's dying and whatever. I go, no, I go, you know what? If you support Tejano, it's out there. And there's pioneers with new music, the pioneers, and there's also new artists all the time. You know what I mean? And I try to here in Houston, I try to play, everywhere. If I'm playing somewhere, I play always, try to bring in the new music all the time, and I hate to hate on a lot of the other some DJs. Sometimes they don't play, they play a lot of the older stuff. You know what I mean? And which is fine. That's cool. I'll play it, but you know what? You gotta play this new music. There's so much music out there. So many new artists. Like a veces like sometimes you go pasa una semana o dos and like someone pulled out a new single. You know what I mean? And like I said, you gotta support it and look for it. Like if you're a true Tejano and you like it, hey, go check it out. Go try to find hear the radio stations. So algo lo que hay, that now it's all, most of it is like internet radio, right? And so, hey, you gotta hear it. You know what I mean? That's supporting it. You find out who's new. Go check out the music, because everything's pretty much, everybody's on, every major platform. You know what I mean? When they record their music, and go check it out. Play the music.
Yeah.
Go get it. you know, and you know, so I understand people that go, no, it ain't like that. You know, you gotta support new music. Just like I stay up to date. Well, I mean, of course, a DJ, I play the music, but you know, even if I wasn't, you know, I mean, I'm a Tejano. You know, I grew up on it, and
Mhm.
and you know, it's my culture, and I grew up on my familia. You know, my mom and everything. You know, and it got stuck in my head. You know, so you know, I support it. You know, and everybody can do that too. You know, you ever came across subjects like that? I'm sure, right?
Yeah, well, the subject is always there, and it's like stuff like that. And I told one DJ a while back, they said, "How many CDs do you have?" They go, "6 CDs." And they said, "Well, to me, you're still a new artist." They go, "Great, new artist. You're classified as a new artist porque we didn't know you till now, ¿me entiendes?"
Mm-hmm.
Y le digo yo, "But I've been sending you my music to your email for the past 5 years.
Okay.
Why didn't you ever open my email? You open all the other big names, but you didn't know who I was till now because you never opened my email.
Exactly.
If you would open my email, you wouldn't know who I was." And then so it's just some people are so used to playing what works for them and lo que le gustan a ellos, and there's so much beautiful music out there. There's so much great music that it doesn't have to spin it's Tejano spinning in the 90s like a
Exactly.
hurricane, just over. Whoever made it in the 90s made it in the 90s, and that's it. It doesn't have to be that way. There's so much talent out there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you have so much talent out there, but God can, like I say, I do it because I love it. I'm not dependent, on making my money off of it. I do it because I love it. I mean, this album right here, it says, "Look, the Hana Train." I'll be honest with you. It said, by the time I spend the video and stuff with my sponsor and everything, it was around $8,000. So am I going
Wow.
to get that 8,000? Am I going to get that $8,000 back? No, I'll probably get maybe like $25 or $2,000 back. But
Wow.
it's just something. And actually, my sponsor wanted to do it. My sponsor just said, "Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the money out. I'll put the money because I believe in you." But hey, that's what it is. You have to give everybody an opportunity. I always thought about giving everybody an opportunity. An
Exactly.
opportunity.
If it,
Opportunity.
if fíjate, you know, you say that aquí también you might not know them, but they're really big right here in Houston, like another store. And you know, funny coincidence. I know you're familiar with Janie's Record Shop in San Antonio, of course, right?
Oh yes.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so right here there was a store. No, ya se cerró. You know, pero también her name was Janie. También big coincidence, but it wasn't called Janie's Record Shop. You know what I mean? So she's been around since, man. I don't even know. You know what I mean? But they've always sold, like, they're really big on Tejano music, and always sold, like, you know, everything, out of print stuff, you know, new stuff, and everything. And she would tell me all the time and be like, man, you know, because we had Kakukuka here, right? You know, in Houston, verdad? And
Right.
and they would hardly ever play. And I'm being honest, they'd hardly ever play like new music. You know what I mean? And you could literally almost every day, like play, you know, put on the radio station, and you'd hear the same song almost at the same time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
literally, like,
Well.
and I mean, like the same older songs. You know, like, you know, not hating on it because I love it, but I'm just saying we're just talking about, like, from new music to, like, you know, from the pioneers like Mas and all that, right? Like, you'd hear the same songs, the same. You know, I'm like, you know, and you know what, I hated it because I mean, it's cool we had the station. I grew up hearing it, but you know, not until I started collecting music, like, man, and shoot, like the late '80s and, you know, early '90s, más o menos. You know what I mean? And I said, man, you know, this album had like more songs. Like, why not? It didn't have just that cool song. It had more good songs, or maybe the whole album. Why don't you play the whole album? You know what I mean? Here and there, you know.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. No, well, it's like anything. I mean, I'm fortunate that you reached out to me, and I reached out to you, and we can only share what we have, and I hope people like it. And un saludo again to all the people out there that's listening to your show. And I mean, it's like I say, some people are gonna play it, some people's not gonna play it. Some people are used to what's working for them and what they're in their comfort zone. But
Exactly.
but I put a lot of craft. I put a lot of time into my craft, into my music,
Hmm.
and the qualities, and make sure that we put out a quality sound. Sound.
Exactly. No, and it sounds awesome, brother. I mean, it's good, and I'm gonna continue to do this. Like I said, I've been on YouTube for a good while. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
y este, you know, I've been on YouTube for a good while. I got a few good subscribers on there, and and always, hey man, like you play good music and everything, and I try to get out of the zone where, hey, we gotta play some other. I never heard of that dude. Oh, that's cool. You get to listen to it and find out that there's more Tejano out there. You know what I mean? And like I said, and with this, like I said, I want to like keep interviewing like new artists or and their new music and showing the raza. You know what I mean? Exactly, just like your album acá in Houston. The raza that's gonna be watching this, and I got it right now going, and I'm gonna put it on my DJ page, and then I'll también on YouTube. And what I'll do after, and then what I'll do after this, if you'd like, I could give them a preview of like, other songs after I'm done with this. You know what I mean? When I upload it to YouTube, you know what I mean? A preview of your other canciones para que sepan, you know what I mean? And like that, and it's cool, like como te digo, like that the raza knows, especialmente right here in Houston, Jesse Villarreal.
Shout out to everybody out there, and you guys make sure and take care of yourself, wear your mask, and man, this thing is it's serious. It's serious. My tia just died from COVID, and Harlingen, and one of my best friends that grew up with us in Nebraska, we just died 2 days ago in Houston.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I might have to take a trip out there, but maybe I don't know. We trying to not move anywhere porque está bien duro ahorita. It's everywhere.
Oh, I know it is. And to be honest, I had a lot of friends that they got sick, and no les pasó nada, that far. But there's this one DJ también falleció. I think it was like about 2 weeks ago. It wasn't really close, but lo conocía, and I was like, it's unbelievable, right? Like you can't even believe it, like over something like this, that could be like something like the flu or something like that, and algo te pasa, that's why you got to be careful, and and I hope your familia también careful y todo, and cuídense mucho.
Yeah, in the last 2 days, I got 5 phone calls to play at funerals, and it's not fun, believe me. So you guys take care, and I just want to thank you again for playing my music and supporting my music, and everybody in Houston, everybody everywhere enjoying the music. Shout out to Immokalee, Florida. That's my hometown. San Juan, Texas, where I was born. And todos músicos, all the musicians, all the Tejano musicians, is doing a great job out there.
All right, and can you let the raza know right now the albums that are available right now on every major platform? I'm sorry, can you let the raza know?
Yeah, and on my albums are on Loco Por Ti album, the Tejano Train, the Tejano World. They're on all digital platforms right now. So you guys are more, and I want to just thank you guys for your support again.
Awesome. So, like I said, I'd like to thank you, Jesse, for being part of my Tejano show and DJ channel. And like I said, I wish you the best and in your music and whatever plans you have for your future, canal.
All right, thank you so much. And thanks so much, DJ.
Órale. Take it easy, brother.
Okay, thank you. Good night. Thank you. God bless.
God bless. Well, all right, Raza, that was Mr. Jesse Villarreal. Got to hear a little bit of his music and off his new music off the new album, Tejano World. And like I said, it's pure Tejano. If you love Tejano, trust me, you want to get these albums. Los tres they're on. I buy my music from Amazon, but they're on every major platform. So y'all make sure and check it out. Jesse Villarreal. All right, Raza. Well, I'm out, Raza, and thank you for checking in. And I will be uploading this in case someone missed it or something. I will be posting it to my YouTube channel, which is DJ JR JAYR Music Live Productions. That's where you could type that in on YouTube and you could find it there. And I'll have it recorded and I'll play a couple of little songs there para que lo escuchen. I want to thank you, Raza, for checking in, and peace out. Have a good night.